Hey friends, we are unboxing the Lumibricks Western Bank Heist set L9097, 2,875 pieces. This is a bank fully realized into at least 2 floors, and it has a bunch of different walls that can come off of it, so you have access to the inside. All right, and what we're going to do in this video is we will look at the parts, we'll look at the box, we'll see what we can discern about what you're going to get once you build it. We'll look at the lighting kit, some of the special parts, and we'll look at the instructions. And then in a separate video, I will review the finished model, and we'll take a look at how everything comes together and what's actually included. All right, so starting with the box, beautiful art as usual, and it shows the different figures, and I think I counted five figures that are included. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a horse. Oh, six figures. 6 figures, a horse, and you can see right off the bat they have gone big and said, you know, we're going to do a brick built explosion, and it looks like there's probably a light inside of that as well. And on the back here, you can see that the levels come apart. So it's 2 floors. There is a roof. You could probably put somebody up there, but it's not really a detailed roof. And then for each of these floors, there's panels that come off of it, and including one panel specifically for you to act out one of the robbers blasting through the wall. And so the idea here is that there's a bank guard, this might be a bank manager, and then there are robbers who have come in and they are trying to steal from the vault. And the way that Lumibricks has kind of described it in the instruction manual, it gives you a bit of like leading story. It gives you a little bit of story, like a seed for you to figure out the rest of that story. So they don't lock you into the story. They don't give the characters names. They leave it open to your imagination to come up with the rest, which I really appreciate about Lumibricks and how they sort of just give you a taste of the story, but they don't spell it all out for you. You get to figure it out on your own. All right, so here are all the part bags. Of course, they're compatible with Lego. It's numbered 1 through about 15, and several parts here too. I love every time that they include sand green. That's one of my favorite colors. And there's even some red in here, some gold. There is a color that I think is unusual for Lego, and it's this like cream color. It's like an off-white color that they're using here, and they use a lot of it for the structure and architecture of the bank. And that's something I wanted to point out too, is I'm not normally a big fan of the Western theme, but the architecture on this is just remarkable. It's very well done. It's very ornate. There are gold accents and pillars and columns and these details along the top here. Not to mention that it's not just a building for a building's sake, but it's really playable. They really made it so that you can have fun, enjoy, play, and there's even a trap door that they don't really give away what that is just yet. So I think we won't really know what the trap door is until we build it, which is really cool. But architecturally, just from a building standpoint, it's a solid building or addition to your Western layout. Okay, so those are all the parts. There are a couple of these, plates that come with it. There is a rope that goes along the side of the building, more plates. And as far as the specialized parts, if you've ever built Lumibricks before, you know that they include these special parts that have grooves under, on top of, and through the bricks, so that you can run the wires under, on top of, and through the bricks, so that the wires don't get crimped, and so that your model is completely square. So you get a whole bag of those specialty parts, and then these are the parts for the little characters. And with Lumibricks, you have to put the hands into the arms into the torsos, and with the legs, you have to put the legs into the hips, and then you put the hips into the torso. So there's a little bit extra assembly there. It can be a little finicky the very first time you do it, but after the first time I got the hang of it and was able to do it. And as usual, all the parts are printed. So for example, here's one of the legs for the horse. It's printed. There's some gold. There's the horse's head. It's also printed. So don't have to worry about any stickers with a set like this. Here's another print that I found right there. So that might be a decoration that goes on the inside. There is a lighting kit. Comes in the orange box. Safety precautions. You get 2 bags in here, and you also get a set of metal matte black tweezers, screwdriver for the battery box, and then here's the battery box. And usually these take 3 AAAs, or is it AA? It's one of those, and has USB to connect to the model and an on-off switch. As far as the lighting kit itself, they are pretty standard. We're talking about, wires with lighting bricks on them, and then you have a little connector. The connectors go into the hubs. So let's see. There's an example of one hub in here, so that you can plug many of them together. What's nice about Lumibricks too is those little tiny connectors are not directional. So these little guys right here, you can plug into the hub either way. You don't have to do it in a specific way like with USB. I encountered a different set the other day that actually required you to plug it in a certain direction, which was impossible to figure out how to get it in there because of it. So I didn't enjoy that. It has a couple of these specialized pieces too, so it's a full ring. And yeah, just lots and lots of lights that are included with this. So I'm expecting that it'll be really beautiful once it's lit up and everything's good to go. All right, so that's the lighting kit. Let's look at the instructions. You get 2 really thick booklets, and there's also QR codes so you can see PDF versions of them. Right at the beginning, they have this beautiful photo. I love it when they include photos of the character's point of view, and it has a little bit of story, basically saying, look, there is a heist going on. What is happening? Are they going to get away in time? And you can see that there is a cashier right there on that main floor. Lighting in perfect locations like this sconce on the inside really makes it feel authentic on the inside of that model. And if I was better at miniature photography, I would have a field day enjoying the creation of photos from the point of view of the characters. So here's a look at the wall that is supposed to be blown out by some dynamite. So you blow that out. And then there is a room where you're supposed to access the vault, that giant rotating door, or the door that you see people are trying to pick in movies. And then the vault itself is right here. So I'm not sure why the robbers didn't just try to blow a hole next to the vault instead, but maybe the vault is lined in steel. Who knows? Maybe that's what's going on. And then it says that there's a trap zone here. So, and maybe what that means is maybe there's a false floor that can make somebody trap down into this jailed area. I see some prison bars. So maybe that's what's going on there. I'm looking forward to finding out. There are doors that swing open, so you have access to the inside. There's a manager's office. There's a sheriff room. The entire back here that has panels that lift out, so you can access and play on the inside. Looks like the contents of the vault slide out, so I like that. It says it has a swappable window, so that you can put a normal window in, or you can do this version of the window that has the explosion, so that's cool. And then this says wall blaster, so I'm not sure what that means, if there's any kind of a lever or action feature to it. More about the story, it says here, diversion, decoy, vault breach. So I'm not sure what that means. Like, it could be that this guy climbs up, he plants a bomb, the bomb explodes on the upper floor. Meanwhile, they're using another set of explosives to open up the side wall. There could be all sorts of different things going on. And it says slip and trap, guard strikes back. So it sounds like there is a way to trap one of the robbers and have him fall through to the lower area. This one says cash and dash ends in flames. So I'm not sure what that means, but basically you get to choose. Are you on the good guy side? Are you on the bad guy side? And you have an equal opportunity, which is different than what Lego does. Lego pretty much says these are the good guys and these are the criminals, and you can't pick one or the other. You I mean, you could, but there's definitely a right side of it. But here, maybe there's some room for story. There's room for you to come up with your own narrative. Inside the bag one, bag two, you'll see all the different lighting elements that are included, and then more here. And these parts are usually the ones that allow you to click different floors together, so they transfer power from floor to floor. If you've seen any of the Lumibricks manuals before, this should look familiar. They used color, and then the new parts are highlighted in red, so that you know what the new parts are. And then they have a lot of information about how to route the wires so that you don't paint yourself into a corner with the wiring. Really helpful. They're usually really good about the wires and where they need to go, so that you have a good build experience. My experience with Lumibricks has always been that they care about you as a builder. They care that you enjoy the build experience. From the moment you open the box, it should feel like a premium experience. The instructions are well designed. Everything that you touch is well designed. The box is a nice matte finish. So I really feel like they're trying to hold your hand through the experience. They want to make sure you're having a good time. It's almost like they're checking in with you to say, hey, everything's still okay? You enjoying yourself? Oh, let's see the battery box. So the battery box, oh, it just kind of clips to the back of the building, which, sometimes they build it so that you can actually hide the battery box inside the building. So I like when they do that, but they haven't done that here. And here they're showing you how to swap out the window, so you could put in a explosion instead. Then they're also telling you where to put the characters. That's unusual. All right. Oh, look at that. Well, here comes the scapegoat. So I don't know what that means. It looks like, yeah, there's a false floor. You pull, there's some action feature, and then the robber falls through the floor into the jail cell. So yeah, and he might be the fall guy, or maybe you bring him along on the heist to be the fall guy and he doesn't know it. So you can make the story as absolutely complicated as you like when you go to play with it. Okay, so I look forward to building this. It is a big build, and when it's done, we'll do a review here on this channel. If you like this video, please hit like. I appreciate that. And if you could subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. And you'll be one of the first to know when the review video goes live. Okay, thank you very much.